Hey everyone, welcome to another wonderful episode of In Case You're Wondering. This week's guest is Angela Counihan. Welcome,
Hi.
Angela.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So, Angela, where are you from?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Also known as Jax.
Yes, Jax.
I mean, that's all you've ever referred to it as.
That's what the locals call it.
Jax.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Real quick, what is the most fun thing to do in Jax?
I'm drawing a blank because there is nothing in. I would say, literally, we've got the beach and the zoo. So.
Is the zoo free?
No.
Well, then it's not worth going to.
No.
So.
But you can feed giraffes. So.
All right. Wow, that sounds exciting. Okay, so this week, Angela and I are going to talk about things that she thinks about and she wonders if other people think about. We're going to do things that piss her off, and we're going to do a fun little headline. So, Ange, what are some things that you think about and wonder, hey, does anyone else think about this?
Okay, so the first one, I feel like I'm either going to get judged or there are going to be people that relate to this. But I think about at night crime a lot. And so one of the things I think about is when I use the restroom at night, I tend to not flush the toilet because if there's a robber in the house, they will know where I'm at. So I feel like that might be relatable or I might be crazy.
I think it's the latter of the two. Because, and we've talked about this before, where my theory is, like, at the end of your time in the bathroom, you just go back to bed. So the robber's going to know anyway where you are.
I mean, that is true, but I still feel like it gives me some time, a delay, and then finding me.
But the problem is with that is when you wake up in the morning, your apartment or your house would, like, smell like urine or feces. Like,
okay, not feces. It's not feces. I don't do it with feces.
So you'd flush if there's feces.
Yes, I would definitely.
Everyone listening is probably like, what the
If it's
heck?
yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, what is it? If it's brown, flush it down.
Unless there's a robber, according to you.
Unless there's a robber.
So do you think that this mindset has something to do with the fact that you love watching, or you listen to a crime podcast?
Yeah, shout out, My Favorite Murder.
Where is it, like actors or comedians?
Yeah, they're two comedian girls who talk about different crime stories and serial killers.
Do you think that might have anything to do with the fact that you don't flush the toilet at night?
My anxiety has probably increased a little bit since listening to it.
Have you ever seen the Jerry Seinfeld comedians getting coffee in cars?
No.
It's like a little video series he does. So that podcast kind of reminds me of that, except it's comedians talking about murders on a podcast. It's a really weird concept, and it's kind of creepy that you listen to it.
Yeah, we call ourselves murderinos. So people who listen to the podcast, that's like what their title is. But I mean, my favorite shows are like Law and Order or Criminal Minds, and
so I guess people who listen to this podcast, they're wanderers.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there you
so
go.
So all you wanderers out
all
there.
you wanderers. You're welcome.
So that was kind of weird. I'm glad we dove into that a bit. What is another thing that you think about?
Okay, so I guess I feel like a lot of people think about this, but how they would survive, specifically probably a zombie apocalypse, and how they would do well, and if you could really kill like a loved one in that scenario.
A lot
of murder.
Jeez.
So I'm coming off really well.
Yeah. So. Like loved ones as in like loved ones that are zombies or loved ones that are not zombies?
Loved ones that are zombies.
I'd murk them.
See, I don't think I could do that. I think I would die instantly.
It's a freaking zombie. How could you not?
Because they still look like your loved one. And my thing is, okay, well, we don't know how the zombies are going to die. Are they going to die? Do they have to be shot a certain way? Do you have to...
I was going to say, what weapon would you use?
Well, see, I feel like I could shoot way faster than I could use, like, a knife or, like, something where, like, you physically have to hit them. But a gun takes away, like, this is awesome. Takes away, like, the, like, nearness of them to you. So it's, like, more... You're not really doing it.
You're up on a perch with a 50 cal snipe.
Yeah, I'm a good shot.
Wow. So you regularly think about like how would I survive a zombie apocalypse?
Yeah, but I would die pretty much within the
Why?
first
Are you
3
not like
hours.
prepared for it or anything?
No, I'm not prepared for anything. And also, I fall a lot. I get injured a lot. I'm sick constantly. So, I mean, I'm
You're
within
like a
the first 24 hours.
so you're
I'm
just like a
out.
walking zombie yourself.
Pretty much.
Wow.
And then I feel like Alex wouldn't survive very long either,
No, he
so we
wouldn't.
would be not a great combo.
No. I can't see either one of you doing well in come. So something that I think about, it's kind of similar to the things you're talking about, is I've often thought about how many times that I've been close to a murder. You know, like a
Yeah.
murderer.
Yeah.
Like when I walk into the local CVS, is
Right.
there a guy who just got done killing somebody?
Yeah.
I've also thought about like how many times I've escaped death without even knowing.
That's true.
Right? So like
Yeah.
I drive down the street and then like 30 seconds later a moose walks in front of a car that I was, you know.
I'm sorry. I only laugh because that is such a New
Is
Hampshire.
that-
That is not something we
Well,
say in Florida.
I was trying to like keep it like kind of
Local.
not local, just kind of cleaner for
okay.
murder. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't want to say like where someone just like shoots up a place that
Yeah,
just
yeah.
left. That would be kind of dark.
Yeah,
but
true.
now you just made me
Moose.
say it.
Yeah,
So,
so there you go.
do you ever think about that? Do you ever think about like, wow, I
Yeah.
wonder if I just escaped death.
Yeah, I mean, I think even a month ago, I was driving down the road, and actually a car swerved from the other lane into the car that was like less than a car's length in front of me and hit that car. And the people were fine.
Yeah.
But it was like a realization of 5 seconds more, and it would have hit me too.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I've been in accidents and stuff. So
That's not surprising. I'm not gonna say why, but
but in Florida, it would not be a moose.
Yeah.
It would probably be
like a jaguar.
a jaguar walking the roads all the time, everywhere.
Do you see jaguars in Jacksonville?
I've
at all?
never seen one jaguar,
Doesn't seem like a real.
unless you count our football team, which
Yeah.
nah, not
They
really.
just lay down like dogs.
Touche.
Yeah.
Gators, but
Yeah. So yeah, I think, but that's kind of an exhausting thing to think about, though, like death and like
Yeah.
how you're gonna survive an apocalypse. And
I'm really actually am optimistic overall. I promise.
I have a hard time trusting people like you who like really are into like my wife. I trust my wife. Don't get me wrong, but there are times where like I'll come home and she's watching Criminal Minds and she's like in a trance watching it. I'm like, is she like taking mental notes here? Like,
I know she did say that.
have you ever thought like I could get away with murder by all the crime stuff I listen to?
No, I could never.
I don't want to. This might sound like evil, but I don't think I could ever like murder somebody.
Yeah.
But I think I would be savvy enough.
Yeah, you lie very well.
So
So I don't lie well, so I would.
yeah,
No.
you'd crumble under the pressure.
No, story. I go to Disney a lot. Surprise.
It's a Florida thing.
Yeah, it's a Florida thing. And so once you're over 3, you can't get into Disney for free. And so we brought my friend's kids, and he was a 3.5-year-old. But I was so anxious about getting caught and lying that my friend took the 3.5-year-old in the park, and I took the 1.5-year-old and went to the opposite side of the turnstile because I could not handle like lying. So I would fail.
ridiculous.
Yeah. So.
Would you ever lie to get out of a ticket? Because that's something I think about all the time. I have like a list of things I would say to a police officer that would like try to get out of a ticket.
I mean, I think I would maybe do that. I've only been pulled over once in my life. So.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You would rather lie to law enforcement than to some chump Disney employee who probably gets paid like crap and he probably doesn't care. Let's just get that out of the way now.
Right.
They make so much freaking money that they don't care if a 3.5-year-old gets in, but you would rather lie to law enforcement.
Because the Disney person could know that I was lying.
What's he gonna do? Kick
know.
you out?
Yeah,
You're gonna get blackmailed?
I'd rather probably go to jail than get kicked out of Disney forever.
I don't even know what to say to that. You know what? Yeah. Wow. All right, so I think we need to move on from that one. That's kind of dysfunctional.
Oh.
Red flag. So now we're gonna move on to things that piss you off.
Okay, yeah.
What are some
So
things that piss you off?
this is one. I'm really not OCD about things, but the actual rule follower in me. So when you're in the checkout line and it's the 10 items or less, and if someone, I count the people's items that are in front of me to make sure that they're following the rules, and if they're not, I don't say anything, but inside I'm seething because you have 11 items, so you should not be in that line.
Not be in that line.
Yeah.
Did you see? I tweeted this out a couple weeks ago about my experience at Walmart.
No.
This lady had 43 items through the self checkout lane, but it didn't say like 10 items or
doesn't have
less.
it, yeah.
It's like, to me, a self checkout lane is kind of implied that you don't bring your whole freaking
Yeah.
grocery list with you.
That's a lot of items to do self-checkout.
43, yeah.
Yeah.
And some of it was alcohol, so like someone had to go and like
Yeah.
check her ID. It was a mess.
It's faster at that point, I feel like, to do the regular.
Yes.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
very frustrating.
it annoys me.
I can
for sure.
totally relate to that.
Yeah.
So that pisses you off. What else pisses you off?
Okay, so funny, Alex and I were talking about things that piss me off, and they weren't coming easily. And
Humble
then
brag.
Humble brag. I'm a really nice person. But so one of the things though is when you're talking about like a movie or a book, and someone says, and this is funny, someone says like they don't like it or they had no desire to watch or read it,
Yeah.
but they have yet to watch or read it.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, like Jordan
Yeah,
with
I do that all the time.
yes, like with Harry Potter or like these pretty well-known things that people just decide that they hate them
Yeah.
before they actually read or watch them."
Yeah.
Yeah, it pisses me off. Watch it,
Do you
and
want,
then you make the
do you
decision.
want like a rebuttal to that, or like what do you want me to say? Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
Yeah. Give the
I
background.
don't want to read those things. I don't want to watch those things because I already know I don't like those things. Like
How
I
do
don't
you know?
because I already know that I don't enjoy little boys running around with a wand doing wizardry. You know, like that doesn't appeal to my liking.
Well, you don't like Lord of the Rings either, right?
No, I don't like
Okay.
Lord of the Rings.
So no magic.
I'm borderline on Star Wars.
Wow.
Because I can't suspend reality long enough to
Okay.
understand, are they like, so they're in space, but then like the next scene comes and they're fighting in this like grassy field, and I'm like, where is that? Or then like another cut scene happens and they're fighting in some desert and it looks like this could be Nevada, and you're like,
okay,
are
so
they-
no fantasy. What about Hunger Games?
I have not seen Hunger Games.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Red? No.
Something about tribute. Am I
Yeah.
doing it right
Yes.
with the 3 fingers? I thought that was like Scout's Honor at first, but apparently
no.
it's like the Hunger Games. Yeah, like the
Mockingjay,
fantasy
yeah.
stuff I can't do. Essentially my mind can only handle Will Ferrell movies.
I'm not even surprised.
Yeah. And like that's pretty much like if Will Ferrell's not in it
Yeah.
or it's not a Bourne movie,
Right.
I'm like whatever. I can't handle it.
Yeah. See,
I
I do feel like I see that because if you're that way, like I feel like Alex is a little bit that way because I've had to like convince him to watch Harry Potter, but now he likes it.
Okay, so this might upset some of the listeners because they might do this, and I don't know if you've ever done this, but another thing that kind of upsets me about it and has nothing to do with the storyline, it's the amount of adult followers that Harry Potter or that like
right.
other movies have that people like go to them and they dress up. That probably irritates me the most because it's like you're an adult, like this is for children. This is what children do. Stop doing this. But then like people like make a big event out of it, and it just like to me I just can't fathom. But like someone once said to me, he's like, "Have you ever worn like a jersey to a football game or a baseball game?" And to me that's way different.
That's a little different. Yeah.
Because this
I
is
see
like
that.
that's real life. You're dressing up as a friggin' wizard, and some people probably think they can legit
Do
cast
magic.
spells.
That's true.
So I don't understand that.
How do you feel about my Anna costume from Frozen then?
That's it. See, like that to me, I'd be like, really? Like,
Yeah.
You're gonna dress up, but I'm also not a fan of like Halloween and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, costumes in general.
Yeah, I can't do
One
that.
thing that is we talked about too that freaks me out is when you go to Disney and the characters that you're like meeting, especially the ones that are in full costume, like Tigger or
Yeah.
Pooh, and you're interacting with them like they're those characters, and sometimes like afterwards I mean,
Do you have to remind yourself that they're
they're
just
probably
humans?
a college student.
Yeah.
And it's probably a male college student that gets to hug females all day in this costume.
That still doesn't sound enjoyable, though.
Yeah, no, I mean, true. But it's just weird afterwards where,
Mm-hmm.
like, I have a hard time remembering, like, they're literally a college student.
Yeah.
But I look at them and forget because Disney does stuff to
Yeah.
you.
So this is your second time in New Hampshire?
Third.
Third time in New Hampshire.
Yes.
First time, like, visiting hardcore this area, though, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And you've met a lot of my family this week and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
all
So
of
this
them.
was actually our first time meeting this
Yeah.
week as well.
Face to
I
face.
hope you liked it.
was
But
okay.
so I've taken some mental
Just
notes.
kidding.
It's all right. I say like hope you liked it because it's the polite thing to ask, but I don't really care. Couple mental notes I took
Okay.
about you. Okay.
Good.
Yeah. So some things that pissed me off about you. We're just gonna get this out in the open now. You put avocados on your toast,
Oh, definitely.
which is I found out to be true, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Does that happen because you
I
think you're
love
better than everybody else?
Yeah, for sure.
Like that's what it comes across as. Like,
Pretentious.
yeah. Like I'm too good
privileged.
for peanut butter. You don't like peanut butter.
No,
Actually.
I hate
Which-
peanut butter.
Blows my mind. You say words wrong. That drives me. Crazy. That's one of those things that drives me crazy in general. But you essentially called New Hampshire the granite state,
Okay.
which I feel like granite is a pretty easy word, regardless
Oh,
of where you're
yes.
from.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a word I knew. So this is the thing I was saying, though, is that I can spell any word or read any word.
Another humble brag.
You know. But but then it's something like when I go to say it sometimes, it's like my brain just like malfunctions and I just say it wrong.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to. I know what I'm trying to say,
Yeah.
but it's like I can't say it correctly.
Yeah. There's a few other words that people say that really drive me crazy, like mature. Like someone say you're really immature.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. No.
Why that even?
That's way more pretentious.
Yeah, you're so mature, or I'm so mature for
Yeah.
saying mature that way
No.
when it's mature.
Right.
Even though it's not spelt that way, but that's just
Yeah.
how you're supposed to say it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Also, this was popular when I was in Canada. A lot of people said it was schedule.
What does
for
that even mean?
Schedule.
Oh.
Yeah, because
I wouldn't
the
even know what they
CH
were saying.
The
Okay.
CH at the
Yeah, no.
beginning of that word puts schedule in there, and that
But
drove
then
me
are
crazy.
those people doing it on purpose?
Yeah,
'Cause
that's how
okay.
they legit say schedule.
Okay, so that's different than me. I didn't do it on purpose.
I don't know if that's true. Another one that's pretty popular that kind of drives me crazy is when people say espresso.
Oh, yeah.
There's
Put
no
the
X
X
in
there.
there.
Yeah.
So,
I say that a lot, too.
so
I can't say
just
milk
just
either.
a couple
we
things to
learned.
work on for the next time
Milk.
you come around. Yeah, you say milk with like with a e.
Yeah, milk.
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 Say it like no,
Milk.
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 Yeah, you say it weird.
Got to work on these things
You got to
for
work
next
on.
time.
So the next time you come down, it's the granite state. You might want to start liking peanut butter
Ooh.
because you just think you're better than everybody else. You're like, I just like. That's the thing about like these superfoods.
Yeah.
I use air quotes for that because I don't really believe that to be true.
Like
It's
kale.
not based on like science or anything. I just think it's BS. But like I could just see you like just putting avocados on. Toast
Okay,
and,
but
like,
avocado
Look at
and-
me. I'm just.
Avocado
Wow.
is the best.
Wow.
You don't like
have
guac.
you have your butter. I'm gonna have avocados.
You don't like guac, though, right?
I like certain guac, like
Oh, okay.
like mass-produced guac. Definitely not. It's just it tastes way different.
Yeah. Okay. I love avocados, so I
know.
will eat it on anything.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like avocado toast just sounds so
No, it's good.
pretentious. to
See,
me.
another thing, you haven't tried it yet, so
I know I've had toast and I've had avocados. I feel like I've had it. So, all right. So we're gonna go into our last segment here. I'm gonna read a article to you, and I just want
Okay.
to get some of your thoughts on this. This one comes from the UK
Ooh.
in York, not York, Maine.
oh, okay,
Obviously,
good.
'cause
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
in
yeah.
the
We've
UK.
been there.
The title of this is "Woman Found Walking Injured Seagull on Lead in York."
On lead.
Yeah, so it's like a leash.
On a
Apparently,
leash.
that's like a UK thing to say, on lead.
Oh, so someone had a seagull as a pet.
I don't know. I don't think it says a woman was allegedly found walking an injured seagull on lead in York. North Yorkshire police were called to the Parliament Street to reports of an incident, and the spokeswoman said the seagull was on lead at the time. Later on, it says a 44-year-old woman of no fixed address has been charged using threatening and abusive and insulting words or behavior to cause harassment, alarm, or distress, taking a wild bird and injuring a wild bird. So the way that sounds is as if it wasn't injured until she put it on a lead.
Right.
She might have been aggressive with it.
Yeah, to capture it.
Yep.
She wanted it as a pet, so
I
she's
guess so.
crazy.
Yeah, a little bit. The seagull was seized from the woman and taken to a local veterinarian to be checked over.
Oh.
The fact that you bring a seagull, probably one of the most disgusting birds,
That's true.
to
Okay,
a vet.
I didn't know seagulls were in the UK.
They're probably like one of the most populated birds in the world.
Yeah, I guess so, but
Why would
don't you
they
have to be by the water?
The UK's by the water. It's like almost surrounded by water.
Moving on.
Have you looked at a map recently?
Like a beach.
Yeah. Okay. Well, moving on from that one. A policewoman said the gull's head. They call it a gull. That's my favorite one.
Gull.
When they call it a seagull, a gull. It just makes me laugh. A police spokeswoman said the gull's head and wings injured were so severe it later had to be put down.
Oh no!
Yeah, this took
That's so sad.
and now this woman has she already had her court date. The date already passed. So I wonder how that came out.
Yeah. Did she get arrested?
So I've seen people go around with like cats on leashes.
Yeah.
Which is
but a seagull.
But cats on a leash, you can't trust those.
Do you think that vet has ever put down a seagull before?
It's probably the first one ever. The fact that like they even looked it over. If I was the vet and someone brought a seagull to me, I'd just kill it right there. Like, don't even look at it. Just be like, this is a seagull. There's millions around here. Yeah. They poop everywhere. They're riddled with diseases.
But people love animal.
Apparently, that woman loves seagulls.
Yeah.
How do you catch?
She does not love seagulls. She injured the seagull.
Oh, that's how she caught it. She swatted it with like her purse, and then. Like,
I mean, she has to be crazy.
Now you're my pet.
Now you're my pet.
Yeah, now you're my pet. Why does she have to be crazy? Because she likes seagulls?
Why would you capture a seagull?
Yeah, I don't know why people do some things, but
you have to be a little insane. Unless it was like, her kid really wanted a pet and the seagull's free.
So if any of the listeners have ever caught a seagull before,
right,
just send me a message. Let me know how you did that, what that was like, because
birds are hard to catch.
Birds seem very tricky.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're disgusting, I wouldn't even want to touch them.
No, that's true. It's like a pigeon.
R.I.P. to the gull. You had a good life while it lasted, and some crazy woman had to go and end it for him. Poor guy. He's probably just flying around minding his own business, and all of a sudden gets
had
like
a
struck.
Family,
Yeah,
seagull family.
What a jerk. So that was another episode of In Case You're Wondering. I hope you enjoyed it. Angela, thank you for coming on. I know you try to dodge
it a lot.
Yeah. Like I was calling you a draft dodger earlier. Because it's like the same thing. You finally did it.
I did it.
So if you guys have any feedback, if you have any topics you want me to discuss on the show, let me know. This should be coming up soon. I'm going to Italy.
Yeah.
So I won't be... There'll be 2 weeks where there won't be an episode.
You can do it from Italy?
I'm not bringing this stuff with me to Italy.
That makes sense.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So have a great day, everybody. Thanks for listening.